Hey guys, I'm back with another Minecraft tutorial. Here in this one, I'm going to be showing you how to build this mansion. It has 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. If you would rather have an extra bedroom to make it 6 bedrooms in total, then you could go ahead and turn the game room that I have into a bedroom. Then the backyard has a large pool, a basketball court, and a tennis court. So let's go ahead and get right on into building it. Here's the plot size for the build. If you want everything, which includes the house, the front, and the backyard, then from left to right, you're going to need 69 blocks. From front to back, you're going to need 92. If you want just the house itself and none of the landscaping, then once again, you'll need 69 blocks from left to right. And then from front to back, you'll need 35. Let's go ahead and pay attention to the numbers towards the right. So where that 32 is, that is the space needed for the front yard. So start at that first bottom right hand corner, then go up to that second corner. From each one of those, you should be able to count 32 blocks. Now start at that same corner we used for the 32 and go up to the next corner. From each one of those, there should be 35 spaces, which is the space needed for the house. And then the space towards the top, that is the backyard. So start at that same corner for that 35. And then go to that final corner. From each one of those, you should be able to count 27 blocks. So another thing we could pay attention to, for the space where the front yard is, you can see how we have that 32. Remember, that is from each corner of where that concrete is. So in between those 2 yellow lines, you should actually still be able to see 30 blocks of grass. And same with the backyard, you can see how we have that 27 there from each corner of where the concrete is, but actually in between those 2 lines, you should still be able to count 25 spaces of grass. Here in part 1, I'm going to be bringing up all the exterior walls for the first floor of the house, so be sure to grab some andesite, diorite, pillar quartz blocks, deep slate tiles, white stained glass paints, smooth quartz stairs, and dark oak fences. We're going to start by placing the foundation for the house first, so make sure you have your andesite. I'm going to head on over here towards the front left hand side of the house, so go to the shape for the house itself right here in the middle. We'll just go here to this corner, and we're going to work our way back until we're on the 8th block, so we're going to include this corner here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I could go towards the right of that within the shape and place a block of andesite right there, so we're just right on the edge of the plot size. Go towards the right of that, place 1 more. Now go out, pretty much working your way towards the front. So we're not going in towards the back, but we're going out right here. And you can work your way towards the right and place an additional 12. And now go back in and place another 3. So that is the start of the foundation. And real quick, just to make sure, you should still be able to see 5 spaces of grass right here at the edge of the andesite that we brought out by an extra block to the edge of the plot size here. So you should still see 5 spaces of grass. Now head back on over where we left off. Go towards the right side of the space of 3 where the andesite is and just bring it out towards the front by another 3. So you should then still see 3 spaces of grass right here. Now go towards the right of that, starting here, and just place an additional 34. Now, right behind that, work your way towards the back and place another 3. And now, exactly what we did over there, we're then going to do over here at this right side. So the entire build will be symmetrical. So just go back where we just left off and place an additional 2 blocks of andesite right there. Now go out from the corner of that, bring it over by another 12. And now go back in and place another 2, and you should be right on the edge of the plot size if you did everything correct. So we marked out the front side of the house. Now we're going to start working our way towards the sides. So now on both the right and the left side, we're just going to work it back by an additional 12. starting right here. And now I'm just going to flip around so I'm here at the back side, and we'll start marking out all the walls back here. So we'll head on over here towards this right side when we're facing from the back. We'll go towards the left and just bring this over by 1 more. Now go out from the corner of that, bring it over by 12. And now go back in and bring it over by another 3. So that all matches with how the front side is. And now, we'll continue on right here towards the left and work this towards the back by another 7. So it's like this. We'll go over here to this side and we're going to be doing the same thing. So go towards the right of this andesite here, you could just bring it over by 1. Now go out from the corner of that, bring it over by 12. Now go back in, bring it over by 3. And then, starting right here, work your way towards the back and bring it out by 7. So this is what it's looking like. Now let's head on over here towards this right side. And we're just going to bring this over towards the left by 11. And now over here towards the left, we'll also do the same thing. And now you should just have this space in the middle. We're going to bring it out from the corner and place another 11. And there we go. We have the entire foundation for the house marked out. I'll head on back up towards the front. So this is what everything should be looking like so far. Now, make sure to switch to your pillar quartz blocks, and we're going to start marking these out where every outer corner is going to be. So we'll start here at the front side, and I'll just line up where this corner is first. For now, I'll just go ahead and place where each pillar is going to be. So we have that one there. And then we see this corner here. We're going to go ahead and place one. We have this one here as well. We have this corner. So we did 4 so far here at the front. I'll go ahead and do the same thing over here at the right side. So we have all those marked out at the front side. We'll head on towards the back. I'll just go over here first. You can see we have this corner right there. We have this one over here, and then this one. We'll do the same thing over here on this side. And then here at the back, we have 2 more for this piece that juts out in the middle. So now we marked out where all the pillars are going to be. Now, you can see we already have 1 layer, so what we want to do is add an additional 6 on top of all those, so they're going to be 7 in total. So, I brought up all of those pillars. I'll head on back up towards the front, and we'll start marking out where all the walls and windows are going to be. So the first thing I'm going to do is switch to the diorite, and on top of all the andesite that you see, you just want to place 1 layer of the diorite. So I'm just going to go all the way around, just anywhere that you see the andesite, add 1 layer of this diorite. So I have the layer of diorite like that. Now let's start marking out the windows. So I'm going to start here at the front side where the middle section is right here. Make sure you have your deep slate tiles. I'll just head on over here towards the left. You just want to make sure to leave 1 space away from the pillar here. You could just bring up 4 layers of the tiles like that. Go ahead and skip over 2 spaces. and bring up another 4 right here. Skip over 1 space, bring up another 4, and then skip over 2 and have another 4 here. And then grab your diorite. We'll just go right up against the pillar. Like that, just bring it all the way up to the same height. And then we'll go ahead and fill in these 2 layers above the tiles. We'll go ahead and add an extra layer here towards the right of that window. And then right down the middle, we just have this 1 space here, which we'll also fill in. And now you can see we have a window here and a window there. So make sure to grab your smooth quartz stairs. We'll have 2 upside down at the top. And then all the other space we're going to fill in with the white stained glass panes. So now we have 2 windows like that. We'll head on over here towards this right side and we're going to do the same thing. So I'll actually just start out with the diorite and place a layer right up against this pillar. And then we'll start the windows. So we have the 4 layers of the deep slate tile right there. We skip over 2, we have another 4. Skip over 1, have 4. Skip over 2, have another 4. We'll go ahead and just jump right on into the windows. So we have the 2 upside down smooth quartz stairs at the top. The white stained glass panes. And then we'll have the layer of diorite right down the middle. We'll fill in the 2 layers at the top of the windows. And then we'll have an additional layer here at this side. So this is what the front is looking like so far. Now let's continue with the diorite, and we're going to add 2 more layers right up against the layer that we already have here. So we have 1 and 2. We'll do the same over here. So now this space here in the middle is where the front door is going to be. So we'll head on over here towards this left first, just right up against where these 3 spaces of diorite are. You could go ahead and delete that first block right there. We'll do the same on this side, and then just skip over 1 space and carve out the remaining 3 right down the middle. So the space of 3 is where the doorway itself is going to be, and then we just have a couple small windows on each side. Let's go ahead and bring up this diorite to the same height as the rest of the wall. And then we'll grab our white stained glass panes. We'll just have 3 going up on each side. And then right down the middle, we'll shape out how the door is going to be. So we'll bring up 3 on each side once again. And then we'll go ahead and curve out the bottom. We'll skip over the middle and curve out the top. That empty space in the middle is going to be the dark oak fence for the handle of the door. Grab your smooth quartz stairs. We'll have all of these upside down, right above the glass. And then the rest of the space up here at the top, we're going to fill in with diorite. So now this is the front wall, right here at the center of the house. I'll head on over here towards the right, and we'll start filling in all of this. So first, we'll just go to this corner here where this L shape is. We're going to fill this entirely in with the diorite. We'll head on over here towards the right. We just have this 1 space here. We'll go ahead and fill that in. And you know what? I'll do the same over here at the left side as well. So now, we'll go ahead and mark out how the windows are going to be right here in the middle. So for these middle sections, they're actually going to be a couple blocks taller than the rest of the walls that we have here for the first floor. So make sure to grab your pillar quartz blocks, and we're going to add 2 more just right on top of the 2 pillars that we have here. We'll go ahead and do the same thing here at the back. And I'll do the same thing over here at this right side as well. And now, since we're here at the right side, this is where we'll go ahead and start one of the windows. So make sure you have your diorite. We'll just go up against each pillar and bring up 4 layers. At the top, we'll go ahead and just have a layer going straight across from one side to the other. And then, on each side, we'll just skip over 1 space. and fill in 3 right there, and 3 right here. So we have 1, we have 4 in the middle, and 1. Now all that space we'll go ahead and fill in with white stained glass panes. So that's looking good so far. Now let's switch back to the diorite. We'll just go up against the pillar again and fill this all the way into the top. And then we'll skip over 1 space. So we're just going right here. And we'll just bring this all the way up. And then where the single spaces are, we'll go ahead and fill in with 2 layers of white stained glass panes, an upside down smooth quartz stair, and then a block of diorite. We'll do the same at this side. So we have the glass, the stair, and the diorite. And then right here in the middle, we're going to bring up 4 layers of glass. So we'll go ahead and switch to that. So it's 4 blocks wide, and then it'll be 4 blocks in height. So it is right there for now. We'll go ahead and switch back to our diorite. We'll just place 1 here, and here. We'll go ahead and add the 4 layers of upside down smooth quartz stairs. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just leave the wall as it is for now. And when we do the roof for the house, we'll go ahead and finish off the rest of the wall. But for now, I'll just leave it as it is. And now what we just did here, we're going to do 3 more times. So we have the back side over here at the right, and then both the front and the back over there at the left. So I'll show you how to do it 1 more time here at this back side, and then I'll pretty much just skip right over those sides since it'll be the same thing. So you can pretty much see exactly what we just did there. So we'll just go ahead and have a layer of diorite going all the way up to the top of the pillar. And then we'll just grab the white stained glass paints. We'll have 3 going up on each side next to that. We'll have a layer of diorite. We'll just bring this straight across from one side to the other. And then we'll have 3 spaces right next to the glass. And then the rest of this here in the middle will be filled in with the glass as well. And then switch back to the diorite. And we'll bring this all the way up until it's 1 block higher than the rest of the wall that we have here. And then grab your white stained glass paints where the single spaces are. We'll fill in with 2 glass. And then an upside down smooth quartz stair, and then a block of diorite. Do the same over here. And then right down the middle, we'll go ahead and have the upside down smooth quartz stairs at the top, and then the rest of it, glass. So now the back here matches up with the front. And over here at the left, let's go ahead and just fill in the space of the diorite right here to the same height as that lower pillar. And then let's go over here at the right and fill in the 3 spaces here. You don't want to bring it up to the same height as this pillar that we have here. You just want to leave 2 spaces below it. So you can see right there, we still have the 2 layers. So that was just brought up to the same height as the front side. So we have this back side all filled in, just as we did it for the front. Now I'm going to head on over here to this side and just do the same exact thing. So I'll see you guys once I have it all done. So I marked out the windows for both the front and back side. Let's go ahead and fill in the space of the diorite here. And over here at the left. So there we go. We have all of that marked out. We'll head on over towards the sides. And we'll fill in the windows that we're going to have here. We'll do the same over at that side. So we'll go right up against the pillars. We'll have a layer of diorite just to the same height. And then we're just going to have 2 windows here. So grab your deep slate tiles. We'll bring this up by 4 on each side. We'll skip over 2. Have another 4. Do the same over here. So we're then left with 1 space right down the middle. we'll go ahead and mark out how the windows are going to be. So grab your smooth quartz stairs and place 2 upside down at the top. Grab your white stained glass paints, fill all of this in. And then all of the other space we're going to fill in with diorite. So now what we just did here, we'll then do to this side. So now we have the sides all filled in, we have the front, we have the big windows where all of that space is. So now we just have to do the windows that we're going to have here for these little sections on each side, and then the back side. And then I'll just leave it at that here for part 1. So for these smaller sections, just continue with the diorite, and we'll have a layer going up on that side, and this side, just to the same height as that pillar. And then we're going to have a window right down the middle. So the 4 layers of the tiles again, the stairs, the glass, and then you can see we have 2 additional layers of diorite at the top. So now we'll do the same over here on this side. And now, let's go ahead and focus on the back side right here. So we're pretty much matching it up to how we did the front. So I'll head on over here towards this right side first. We'll have a layer of the diorite right up against that pillar. You can see we have 2 windows. They're 1 space apart, like in between them. So we'll go ahead and pretty much just do the same thing. So we have this window here. Skip over that space. Have another window. And then we have 1 more space here, which will be filled in with diorite. I'll do the same on this side. So we'll go right up against that pillar, fill that in. We have this window. Skip over 1. We have another window. Alright, I'll go ahead and just finish filling the rest of all of this in. So we have each one of those walls filled in. Now let's go right down the middle. You can see how we have the front door. We're going to have a back door right here, exactly as that one is. So we have the layer of diorite up against the pillar like that. We'll go ahead and delete this block of the diorite on each side. We'll skip over 1 space and carve out the 3 blocks in the middle. We'll bring up this diorite to the top. And then we'll grab the white stained glass paints. We'll have 3 on each side. And then we'll have 3 right here for the middle space. We'll bring out the bottom and the top. Empty space in the middle will be the dark oak fence. Upside down smooth quartz stairs at the top. And then the rest of the space with diorite. And there we go, now we have this backside filled in. So I brought up all of the exterior walls for the first floor of the house, so we have all of that marked out. And I think what I'll do is just end off part 1 right here, so I think we got a good amount done. So in part 2, we'll probably bring up all the exterior walls here for the center of the house, right here for the 2nd floor. And then I'll probably do the roof for both the left and the right side. And that'll probably be all we do in part 2. I'll probably also do the front porch and the back deck. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that here for part 1. Alright guys, that's going to be it here for part 1 for this tutorial on how to build this mansion. If it helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 2.